If you are building heavy agentic data pipelines, then Pydantic V2 upgrade will save you countless hours. And today, using this tool, I'm going to be building my own agentic researcher workflow, which will combine the powers of Pydantic V2 with a local Ollama model to build our own agentic web search workflow. So first of all, what is Pydantic? It is essentially a powerful Python library specifically built for data validation and settings management. It validates all of your data whenever you are running an AI agent and ensures that everything runs strictly according to what you are specifying. And you don't even have to learn Python syntax because it is completely powered by the standard type hints. You just have to write the normal Python code and library will handle all the complex data parsing in the background. And the core of Pydantic is written in Rust language, and as a result, it is among the fastest data validation libraries in Python. And in their latest update, according to the benchmarks, the Pydantic V2 is between 4x and 50x faster than the earlier version. This means that even if you are running heavy data preprocessing tasks, it will not slow down your own machine. And there is a built-in strict mode added, which stops the engine from guessing the data types. So if you want absolute precision in your code, this feature is a complete lifesaver. When the strict mode is turned on, only the exact data type is allowed to pass through. For example, a string format of an integer number will immediately throw a validation error. And now you also get structured responses back from the Pydantic model as it has built-in JSON support. It smoothly handles the standard data types like the datetime and the timestamp fields without forcing you to write any extra conversion logic. And unlike the previous version, you don't have to load the entire model class just to do a simple validation. It now operates on a tree of validators which can do the simple validation of string or data type or even the Python dictionaries. And one of the key upgrades of this Pydantic V2 model is the validator function improvements, which gives you much more control over your own data. You can now easily trigger the custom functions before or even after the main validation happens. And there is also a wrap mode available, which lets you modify the inputs before the inner validation, and then return a simple default value or change the specific error. And the model namespaces have been completely cleaned up to prevent the field names from clashing the actual methods. This makes the entire framework much more safer, especially when you are adding some new custom methods. Going forward, all the methods on the model will start with the underscore model field. This small but important meaning rule will make your code much easier to read and maintain. And installing and upgrading this V2 model is also really simple. We just need to run this simple pip install pydantic command, and the Python environment will automatically fetch the latest release. And there is also a handy code transformation tool which helps you migrate your code much faster. This automated script handles all the code processing, pointing out exact lines that needs to be changed. And if you want to see some awesome examples of different projects that is made using the Pydantic tool, you can go to the awesome Pydantic library on GitHub, and it has a curated list of awesome projects that are built using the Pydantic tool. For my project, I'm going to be building a researcher workflow using this tool, where I'm going to combine the Pydantic V2 powers and integrate a web search tool to build a complete workflow using the local Ollama models. The project environment I'm going to be using is Google Antigravity. If you want to install it, just go to antigravity.google/download and download the installer according to your own platform. Then for running the local AI models, I'm going to be using Ollama, which can run local LLMs on your own system. So just go to ollama.com/download and download the installer according to your own platform. And once we are in Google Antigravity, I have made this a different app.py and models.py file, which will define the overall dashboard logic and the different Pydantic models that we are using. So first I will cover the app.py file, which will use the Streamlit library to build the whole dashboard. First we are going to give all the page titles, a page icon, and the layout of the page. And as all the requests will be sent to the local Ollama URL, I'll be selecting the model as Granite 4.13b. If you want to install it, just run Ollama run Granite 4.13b in your terminal, and the model will directly be downloaded and installed in your system. And I'm going to define a search web tool which can take any of the user queries and directly fetch the relevant websites using the DuckDuckGo library. So I'm going to get the top 3 website results for the given user query, save them in the results variable, and in those results we will get the title and the main body of the web page. So I'm going to build my own AI context using all of these and then return that context from this function. As you know, all the local Ollama models are mostly trained on 1 or 2 years of earlier data, so they are not aware of any live facts. But that's where they can call this search web tool and get the live information from the websites. And for the final generated report for the given user query, we just need the topic and the context that is generated from the DuckDuckGo library. And I'm going to give a prompt that you are an expert AI researcher. I'm going to provide some topic and some web search context, analyze the context, and write a final markdown report. Then I will be passing on the topic and the context using the variable formats, and I'm going to ask it that it should output only the valid JSON files, and the JSON object must contain the title, executive summary, key findings, and the final conclusion. And finally, we should define the output format that we should output only the JSON object check, do not output the schema, do not output any markdown formatting or any extra text. Then the model name I'm giving whatever we have defined on top. So you can directly change the model name in that variable and all of the remaining code will stay as before. Then once we get the response using this payload using the request library, which will send the request to the local Ollama API, we'll convert that response to the JSON file format where I'm going to be using this model validate JSON. Here I am importing all the Pydantic base model, field and the field validators. And in the main research report class, I'm going to be defining all the fields and all the functions which will do all the data validations from my AI outputs. So first there would be a title of the string format. It is a Pydantic field with a description that it is a catchy, SEO friendly title for the report. Then there should be an executive summary again of the string format and key findings, which would be a list of different string objects which will have the 3 to 5 key findings from the research report. Then there should be a final conclusion which will again be a text, so that would be a string format. Then there will be two different validation functions. First is the clean title, which will check whether the title is title cased and also stripped from all the white spaces. So I'm going to take the input text, remove the white spaces and check whether it is in the title format. Title format just means that the first letter of each word should be capitalized. Then the second function is the primary function, which will validate all of our findings. So if the input is completely empty, we'll raise the error that it should have at least one key finding. Otherwise, we are going to just remove all the white spaces from all the findings that are there in the input. And once we define all these functions and all the field formats, Pydantic will automatically load all the modules from it, one of which is the JSON format checker, which we are using right here. So once it has validated the output and checked all the fields and the different functions that we have defined, it will generate the final report and also return it in the same function. And once we get the final report from the Pydantic V2 model, I'm going to be fetching the title, the executive summary, and all the key findings using the same report and generate our final markdown report. And now it is time to define the dashboard logic. So first there would be a title of Pydantic V2 Agentic Researcher with a subtitle that it is powered by the model name that we have selected, Pydantic V2 for data validation, and DuckDuckGo for doing the web searches. And first there will be a topic field where user can give any of their topics, and then there will be a button to generate the final report. First we will check whether the topic is given by the user or not. Otherwise we will give a warning that please enter a topic. And once they have given the topic, we'll search the web using the search web tool. And once we have the context, we are going to pass on that to the generate report and generate the final markdown report using the format markdown function. Then once we have the markdown content, I'm going to be opening an output.md file in a write mode, which will write all these contents into this file directly. Once everything is done, we'll have a success message that the report is generated and validated using Pydantic, and we will also show a preview of the markdown content in the UI directly. And it will also have a download button to download the final report. So once the user clicks it, the final report will be saved in this output.md file in the same local folder. So now to launch this dashboard, we just need to open the terminal by expanding this will open and run the command streamlit run app.py, which will launch the app.py file using the streamlit library. So I'll just press enter here, and now the dashboard is launched in my local browser. So you can see the titles, the subtitles are there, and now we can enter any search topic. As an example, I'll just give it the same research topic, that what are the Pydantic V2 features. And as we know, the Granite 4.1 model won't have the latest information available. So let's see if we are able to fetch the live information and then pass on that to the model to generate the final markdown report. So just click on generate report. Now it has given me the full output.md report in the same local folder. The title is the same one which we had given. This is Pydantic V2 features. First is the executive summary, that there is significant enhancements including improved type inference, better error messages, support for Python 3.11, and enhanced validation capabilities with custom validators and field constraints. Then it has listed the key findings from all the web pages and also given a final conclusion for Pydantic V2. So you see that it is able to exactly find all the relevant information from website that the local Ollama model did not have the access. And then it was able to pass on that information to the LLM model to generate the final report. And everything is running completely local on our own machine. So there is no API cost involved and no data is being sent to any cloud servers. And all the data that is passed on between the web searches and the AI engine is completely validated from the Pydantic V2 models library. And without using any extra time, it is able to do the complete data validation. In the README file, I have also listed some different use cases and the future features that you can add on top of this project. And all these code files and the README file will be available in the GitHub link in description and pinned comments. So you can directly copy them, follow along the steps that are mentioned in the README file, and customize this project according to your own use cases. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to build more local AI projects, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates, and workflows.